Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to this webinar by Odoo. Today, together, we will discover how to unlock your partner business full potential. But first, before beginning, I would like to introduce myself and my colleague. My name is Marco Villari. I am Channel Sales Team Leader. My objectives in Odoo is to lead a team of partner managers that will accompany our partners to grow their business with Odoo. Christine.
Thank you, Marco. So, hi everyone, nice to be with you here all today. So my name is Christine. I've been working at Odoo for almost 5 years now. I work in the partnership team. So I'm a team leader in the partnership recruitment. So we are responsible for the onboarding of new partners who would like to join the Odoo ecosystem.
Okay, before starting, we would like also to tell yourself who are we talking to today. So this webinar is mainly addressed to companies that would like to, first of all, discover the Odoo world, but also to come in a partnership with us. First of all, we are addressed to IT service providers, system integrators who have already their business and they are trying to put Odoo in their portfolio of new products, and of course software houses whose main core business is the one of developing applications or other software. So this is really broad as a webinar. Let's go through the agenda. Okay, first of all, we would like to introduce you to Odoo's value proposition. Then we'll focus on today's topic, which is indeed the Norwegian market. For us, it's very, very important now to discover new marketplace where to propose our solutions. Then we would like to introduce you on how we support partners on their journey, not only how becoming a partner, but also how to make the Odoo business their core business as well. And at the end, please stay with us because we will answer your question during a Q&A. So actually, for whoever is there already, first of all, welcome and start already asking your question as long as we are discussing. Okay, let's go. Let's dive deep into the value proposition of Odoo. As you can see from this image, this is our CEO, Fabien Pincars, and he had one dream, and which is being translated to the mission of Odoo today, which is to unleash companies' potential by empowering users with the tools that they love. Indeed, our objectives as Odoo is the one of giving to the end users easy tools that they can use in their everyday life in business without being an issue, without addressing each other only to C-levels and complicated system softwares. How do we do that? Well, we help people doing more in less time. Indeed, our solution is based on some pillars that we will discover later on, but we have one app for every need. As you can see here, basically, we cover very complex need with simple solutions, such as, for example, accounting, such as sales, inventory, help desk. All of those normally, whatever solution, vertical solution you can find, for example, into the markets, they require a specific application or a specific software. While Odoo, thanks to its integration and the modularity, have everything in one. Indeed, that's what we are called an all-in-one management system. So coming back to our four pillars, first of all, we are an all-in-one software management, and indeed we are full features. Then we are scalable. What does it mean? That your company, your business can start very small and little by little can introduce and can englobe other functions, other departments within Odoo. We are fully integrated, which means that every application, every module connects and communicate within each other. Whatever you're doing in your sales or CRM will somehow reflect also in another application. And this is very useful for not losing information and for gaining time in doing all of your operations. Last but not least, we are intuitive. Indeed, as we already said, we want to make sure that the end users understand what it's doing in a tool that is easy and really beautiful to see. Also, I would add another pillar is that we are very competitive in terms of pricing because we are really, really cost efficient. But okay, I will not talk anymore about the value proposition. I will leave you the scene, Christine.
Thanks, Marco. So based on this, why do you think our customers are actually choosing us? Well, what we have to look at is the positioning. The company was founded in 2002 with one goal, which is to cover complex business needs while being user-friendly. So to look at this, there are two perspectives. The first one would be from the research and development perspective, in the way that it's important to understand that for the partners and the clients, the R&D team is developing a software that is easy to use on a daily basis in a smooth way. The second point is the positioning on the market. It's important also to check how we compare to other solutions on the market. So while having a user-friendly interface, Odoo is also aiming at offering a solution that covers a broad business scope with many features like Marco mentioned. So if we look at some other solutions, for example, take HubSpot. HubSpot is a leader in the industry for CRM marketing. However, they cover only that need. If a company wants also to match the finance, the manufacturing, they would have to integrate other solutions. And this is that problem that Odoo is aiming at solving. So with this, a good solution, it's important to cover a global market, of course. So we have 22 offices present worldwide. As you can see on the slide here, the headquarters is based in Belgium, but we have a presence in Asia, in America, in Africa as well. And only within the last 2 years, we actually opened 5 new offices, right?
Yes.
So I believe we have Kenya,
exactly.
Spain, Australia,
Italy as well.
Italy and Germany. So we have a good software, we have a good global presence, but where does that bring us? Looking at some figures, we can say that now Odoo has more than 4,500 employees. And this number only takes into account the direct Odoo employees, because if we look at the partner ecosystem, and you know about it, Marco, it's way better indeed. I mean, the partners are creating new jobs, new positions, and this creates a lot of jobs in the ecosystem. More than 12 million users are working on Odoo at the moment, counting both Odoo Community and Odoo Enterprise. And thanks to the network of partners as well and third-party developers, we have more than 40,000 apps that are compatible with the solution. As I mentioned, the global presence is quite wide, so we have customers and partners in more than 175 countries. And this leads to a yearly growth in terms of revenue of 35% on average.
That's quite impressive actually, because the yearly growth normally of a company stays around 15-20%.
Yeah.
So the fact that also in hard times we really can grow so much, it's indicative of the good.
I think we also, we witnessed this growth because we started around the same year in 2019.
Exactly.
When we started working at Odoo, we were around 500 employees worldwide. And now it's more than 9 times the headcount. So it's really impressive. And yeah, speaking of revenue actually, so we can see that last year in 2023, the revenue of Odoo Global was at 350 million euros. And we have a forecast of for this year at more than 500 millions. Now looking a bit at the references and the customers. So we have here a list of interesting customers from different countries. And we can see here that Odoo actually covers a broad range of industries. It goes from the medical sector to the retail, or even from services to industries. If you have a deeper look at Norway, because that's the topic of the webinar today, there is one interesting reference to mention, which is Evian, which is a tech company specialized in electrical equipment. So speaking of this, Marco, maybe you could give us a bit of insights about the Norwegian markets?
Yes, actually it's good that you mentioned Norway, because that's the focus of today's webinar, and indeed we want to bring the focus now towards one of the most important countries in the Nordics. First of all, I would like to address the why Odoo is choosing Norway as a next step to expand the market. Well, Norway for sure is a consolidated economy, not only in the Northern Europe, but as well as in the whole world. It has a stronger business economy. It's very strong in different industries such as tech, maritime, oil and gas, and with all the possibilities of growth and mindset that there is in Norway, we really want to be one of those that enter that market properly. And indeed, we also need not only a very good product, but also very good partners to achieve that specific goal. Only today in Norway there are more than 700,000 registered companies in different industries, and that's exactly what we would like to achieve. And to enter those markets with Odoo, which can serve all of those companies in different sectors, such as indeed services, constructions, retail trade. There are really a lot of possibility there, and that's also the message that we would like to pass to the future partners at this point, and to the also existing ones, that there is still a lot of potential to grow together. I would like now to give you an overview of the partners that we have in the Nordics at today. They might seem a lot, but actually is not if compared to the Central Europe, in which, for example, in Italy we have 120 partners. Here is more or less the half, but with a potential of growth which is at least the double. We have 52 partners in the whole Nordics, divided, as you see, into gold, silver, ready, and learning. But we will not focus right now on the specific status of those partners, but just to give you an idea that there are partners, but we want even more to reach even more market penetration. In Norway, we have just 8 partners, and even though on one side this may be very bad, on the other side it's for sure a lot of potential to grow, and also the companies that today would like to become one of our partners, they have basically free market to operate, and that's why we want to be with them going towards that direction. Let's see some numbers. Lately, since 2019, thank you actually, Christine, for the graph. It's very, it's very exhaustive, I believe. It's been growing quite a lot, the interest that we see from 2019 to 2024, which is on an average plus 37% of new trials every year. If you think that is a market which we basically yet don't know. On the other side, also the number of projects sold in Norway, they've been growing a lot. It's been more or less, so the average 36%, and if we consider only the project that we sold with the partners is more or less the half, but also that one is been growing over time. If we see at 2024, we are at the half of the year and we are more than the half of the projects sold within today. So that's very good, and that hope towards this market is very high from our side. Okay, now let's go to see more practically how we make actually possible the partnership. And to do that, I would like to pass you the word about the Odoo ecosystem.
Yeah, perfect. I think it's important to understand for someone who would like to become a partner, how do we work with those partners? So what is the ecosystem that we're trying to put in place? So from the Odoo perspective, the goal on our side is really to build a transparent relationship between the 3 parties. So everyone will be in touch, in contact always with all the others. We have Odoo, who is the editor of the solution, and we are responsible for the value proposition that we're bringing to the market. So for this, to the customers, we provide the solution, the Odoo enterprise licenses, and on top of this, of course, some services and support that the partners and the customers can benefit from, such as hosting services, for example, as well as standard upgrade, as we release a new version every year. Next to it, we have to mention the relationship between Odoo and the partners. So the partners will be responsible for the services provided towards the client. As a partner, you are responsible for the implementation, the support, the analysis of their needs, of course, but Odoo will support you and assist you along the way. And that is very super important to us, because we want to make sure that you provide quality services and you have all the resources that you need in hand to actually be successful. And as I mentioned already, the partner towards the customer will be responsible for the services. And why is that? Is that because the partner, you will have the local presence. You know your market, you know your customers and the companies or industries that you've been working with. So you really have some added value here in that relationship. To deep dive into this regarding the services provided by the partner to the client, it can be quite broad. Of course, you are responsible and you are independent in the way you provide services. But what's important is for a partner to differentiate themselves from the others. And how can you do that? It's mainly by not focusing only in development and implementation, but other services that have high value, such as you can see here, analysis, customization, support, hosting, and as well training to the end users. So the partner should be available for the client from A to Z, from the beginning to the end of the implementation, to help them and really assist them in this process of digitalization. So how can you do this? Become an Odoo partner and provide successful services. Of course, there are different steps that we recommend you to follow. The first one would be to learn the product. How can you sell a product if you don't know how to actually implement it or how to use it? So for this, Odoo got you covered. You have different resources available for you to learn about the solution. There is an e-learning, which is an online platform with videos and documentation that you can follow. And as you can see, it will only take you 45 hours. So what is it? 45 hours, a bit more than 1 week, to discover about Odoo. On top of this, you can follow some use cases that we also provide to you so that you can directly apply the theory. And of course, if you need help along the way, we also have some trainings and services available for you from the functional but also technical point of view. The second step is to implement it internally, because the saying goes like, it's always the shoemakers who are the worst shod, and we don't want it to be the case for the partners. So if you become an Odoo partner, implement it internally, use the tool you recommend, because the customer will trust you even more, and you can speak of experience. So just play the game, focus on the project, work in phases, phase the project as if you were to implement it for a client, and also plan the different steps and the budgets for it. And super important, follow the Odoo implementation methodology. There are some best practices that we've been learning over the years based on our own experience. As a reminder, Odoo has been founded more than 20 years ago now. So we've had our successes and our failures, and we've learned from it. Now that you know the solution, that you've implemented internally, it's important for you to go out in the market. So how are you going to do it? You will need to find your first leads. There are different sources for this. The first one would be the online presence. Build your own website, work on your SEO, capitalize on the partner page, because Odoo, as I mentioned, will help you also with this strategy, and we will publish you on our website. And on top of this, you can use the social media, LinkedIn, blog posts, and so on, which is super powerful. The second source of leads, and super important, would be your own network. You have your family, your friends, your existing clients. You know them, they know you, and they will trust you. So just go out there, reach out to some local businesses, use the word of mouth, and reach out to potential partners to you, potential clients with who you could start this journey. The last step, but not least, last source but not least, would be the events. It's important for a business, for a company to be visible, whether it's online or offline. And an offline presence can be capitalized on using the events. There are different sources of events, industry events, chamber of commerce, tech events that usually happen in different countries as well, but also Odoo events. So based on this, because Marco, you've been working with partners on the long-term journey for several years now.
Exactly.
What would be your best tips on this?
So, actually, what I would like to emerge from this slide as well, and the message that you were giving, Christine, is totally correct, is that these are just examples of what a partner can do to be online and to start finding the first leads to sell, right? Because sales is really the fuel that moves a company. But the thing that we can do together are way more, except of the events that you can find, and we can maybe support also you as a partner locally, as a partner manager. We can also, as Odoo, we have a lot of initiatives such as, for example, roadshows, which are our main marketing events all over the year, which our fantastic roadshow team organizes in all over the world. We have more than 200 events, I believe, every year, and they bring to your country. So for example, if you have a city that we never explored before, suggest it to us. We'll talk to marketing team. We can maybe be in your town and organize the roadshow where you can also sponsor, make yourself visible way more locally, and to raise a little bit more the bar and your name. Then we have the Odoo Experience, which is our yearly event where we release our new version. And now in September, from 2 October to 4 of October, we will have the Odoo Experience, in which we will disclose the Odoo 18, for example. So join there. The website is already there. We can create customer success stories, partner success stories. There are really a lot of opportunities that we can do. There is not an exhaustive list, simply because come up with the idea, bring up the idea to your partner manager, and we find a solution together. To go to the step 4, which is really related to the last one, is after you find your first lead, try to, actually not trying, but close your first deal. how to close your first deal, we don't expect since the first moment you to be an expert in sales. But that's why our our role is very important, because we will coach you on how correctly closing your first deal from qualification to demonstration, arriving to the quotation of your services. The thing important to understand is that we really believe in a strong synergy between the partner and Odoo, so that we really help you in closing your first deal. What we expect is from your side also transparency, and also that you position yourself as a partner, as a partner that will really change the life of your customer. Another important point, maybe we didn't mention that, but really it can be also useful. You will be the owner and the provider of your own services. On the other side, we will pitch and sell the licenses ourselves, because we want really the customer to understand the synergy that there is among us. After that, I would say now to wrap up a little bit this path that we've done together, and let's sum up a little bit the roles of the account managers will accompany you during this journey. The first one, I will leave it to you, Christine.
Yeah, thank you. So the first point of contacts in your Odoo journey would be the partnership recruitment team. So I'm a team leader for that team. Our responsibility is to onboard new partners, but how do we do that? First of all, we want to understand who you are, what you want to do, what you want to achieve, what are your ambitions and your objectives. Based on this, we can guide you in having a proper path in this Odoo partnership journey, because we want to understand what you're looking for and how to help you achieve this. So the goal of our team is really to help you kickstart the partnership.
After that, we have the partner managers, in which indeed I am the team leader in Odoo. What's the role of the partner manager? Well, once the team of Christine has convinced you that this is the right step to take, we are responsible of your onboarding and of your success as a partner. What do we do basically together? First of all, we ensure the high quality to partners through the KPIs that we need to reach together in order to be visible, for example, on the market. Second, we'll help you in finding and expanding new business. So basically finding new leads, following them from the qualification until the closing, and we will coach you in sales and marketing, as well as we will contribute you to your overall strategy as a company, and indeed we will accompany you over your evolution. So as long as we know the objectives that you have, those objectives will become also our objectives, of course, in the Odoo business model agreement, let's say. Then there is the account managers. Imagine with your partner managers, you just closed one deal, very important customers for you. Who will take care, after all, of your customers? Well, for sure, you are responsible of the long-term relationship, but also Odoo has an account manager for you who will manage not only the relationship with you, partner, but also with the existing customers. Why? Because the goal for us and for the account manager is to maintain the long-lasting relationship with your customers, and to try also to spot new opportunities of growth in this, indeed expanding the business and ensure customer satisfaction. Last but not least, we have with us a lot of experts, which are dedicated consultants that, except of the sales and marketing part, they can also training you and assist you with more practical skills, such as, for example, expert in tech, functional experts as well, the support, as well as we have a lot of trainings that we can put in place for you and for your new team, for example, new onboarders, that can help you really upskill yourself to the next level.
Yeah.
And as well as a lot of assistance. I don't know if you have something else to add, for example, to this slide.
Just to specify that these services are available for all partners, but it's important to discuss it directly with the partner manager or the partner recruiter to understand what are your needs, so that we can guide you and recommend you actually the best trainings or services that you can benefit from.
Exactly. Thanks. These are actually a very good point. We just want to understand exactly what are your objectives, and from there to tailor what is best for you to grow as a partner.
Exactly.
So
yeah, I mean, this is just the beginning. Of course, there are plenty of things that we can discuss and talk about for this partnership. And just keep in mind that every journey will be different. So if you want to become a partner, your experience, your journey can be different from another partner. So that's why it's super important to talk about it directly, discuss it directly with a partner recruiter, so that we can give you some pieces of advice to help you kickstart this partnership. And we hope that this webinar gave you interest in getting more information about Odoo and discover more about it. So we have a roadshow upcoming actually in Oslo at the end of this month, on the 29th of August at 1 p.m. So don't hesitate to sign up for this roadshow. You will have more information about the solution. You can see a demo, directly a live demo from some of our colleagues. And it's also the opportunity to network and ask more questions.
Exactly. So we'll wait for you in the Oslo event, the 29th of August. If you want more information, at the end of this presentation, we'll leave you our contacts. But meanwhile, hope you have a lot of questions, because we will answer to your question right now. So stay with us. Okay. Okay, so we are back. Let's see if there are any questions. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Yasmin, and good afternoon, Sabiti. Nice to have you here.
Okay, we see already that we have a Odoo team which is super proactive, so a lot of links already sent from the event, so thank a lot, guys. There is no question until now, so either we are very clear, which I hope, yeah, or there is no interest, but we like to believe the first one. So no, jokes aside, no, what we want to really say is that we left you the last slide with my contact and the one of Christine. Please contact us or send us a question that you have, and we will for sure address you to the right person in that moment. Okay. I think that we can close it. Okay. Thank you very much for being with us.
Have a nice day.